He's certainly a product of the product. He's an athlete, a coach, a high-intensity hockey trainer developing young players into elite athletes. Dave's journey began with his own search for a superior product that would deliver a well-rounded balance of whole food nutrition and a competitive edge in sports while sustaining a normal lifestyle. After losing 70 pounds, yes, 70 pounds and 16 inches off his waist, he introduced the Juice Plus product to his team of athletes and hasn't looked back at all. Because of Dave's confidence and his strong belief in the product, he joined the Juice Plus company, promoting health and wellness to families and individuals around the globe. So now you got to listen to this, folks. He became an NMD in 4 months. That's a North American record for sure. And in this very short time, he built a 12 club and has 52 reps and 500 customers. So we're all in for a very special training, as you can gather by hearing that. And he's going to be speaking on the GoPro skill, finding prospects, sharing with reckless abandon. And actually, I think, Dave, you could probably write a book on that. So please, a warm welcome and a big congratulations to Dave Sanderson.
My story is pretty simple. I've lost 70 pounds on the product in 5 months now. Blood pressure levels have dropped. Obviously, confidence levels have soared to new heights that I never believed were possible. And with that, there's many, many changes in my life that are helping me succeed, not only in business, but in my personal relationships, my career, with my boys, my athletes. And it's been nothing short of exciting. I owe it all to Juice Plus, something that I was very reluctant to try for 15 years. So I was called for 15 years, twice a day, by my upline, Mark Schwann, who we went to school together, and we know each other from kindergarten. And it was the best thing in the world. And yeah, sure, Mark, there's got to be something better out there for me. And I found it, finally. I've gotten away from medically supervised diets that you get needles into your stomach or into your butt 3 times per week, of wonderful pregnant horse urine because of the high intensity of the B12. And my life basically changed one day when the pain of getting the needle in the stomach was so humiliating that I needed to find something different. And during that change of trying to find something different, I rebounded. After losing 100 pounds, I rebounded with 113 fresh new pounds that were new and improved. That helped me out a lot. And Juice Plus was introduced to me by a customer of mine who was cleaning out his wife's closet and gave me a basket of product and said, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. I know you're into health and nutrition, but at 323 pounds, I don't know how anybody ever decided that. And I tried it for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks of Juice Plus, I was hooked. I was convinced that this was a product that would not only give me the results that I needed, but also allow me to comfortably, without humiliation, lose my weight and keep it off. So being a product of the product, today, I'm here and starting to stress out a little bit, maybe. I'm here and going to share my story of how I became an NMD in 4 months. So I basically started out my business on a Tuesday morning, and I had taken the product for 2 weeks. My product ended on a Friday, so I was worried nonstop for 4 days, because it was a long weekend, that I was going to rebound. My 20 pounds was going to come back right away. So I made a plan over the weekend that I was going to sign up as a rep for Juice Plus, because I needed to go put an order in, because my free product of my poor customers' circumstances was gone. So all weekend I brainstormed. And before I even went and signed up as a representative, I had already planted all my seeds all weekend long. So I knew that at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning, as soon as I got all that paperwork out of the way, I was going to be a VF. And it was very exciting, and I wanted to move forward with that type of momentum. So I call my reckless abandonment for approaching new customers my Fab Five. And some of you have heard it on our calls before. And what I do is I narrow it down to 5 different groups of people. And I take this Fab Five, and not only is it 5 groups of people, but I stretch it out over 5 days of the week. So when I wake up on a Monday morning, I tell myself, today is Healthy People Day. So all day long, I'm going to pitch to my healthy people audience. And whether they're organic, gluten-free, or dairy-free promoters, that's the general guideline of the people that I want to approach. So all day long, healthy people, healthy mind, it's a healthy world. So I will go from 9 in the morning, and keep in mind, I keep this as a full-time experience, not a job, but an experience. I almost said the job word. So 9 to 5, Healthy People Day. Tuesday, I go after the medically challenged people that may have underlying health issues, maybe suffered some kind of illness, who are looking to maybe go away without prescriptions, without conventional doctors. And I basically approach this as an opportunity to help them introduce something into their diet that will change their life. And we have the bad word there, the fat friends that are overweight. So I have a lot of friends that are in the industry that I was in who eat as healthy as I did at one time. And a typical day for me was investing highly in Starbucks stocks. So 7 o'clock in the morning, I start my day with a highly, highly, highly delicious drink that would be followed with a breakfast sandwich. And of course, you have to have dessert with a breakfast sandwich and a great big cappuccino. I would repeat that at 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10:30, and usually lunch, because I could not sustain anything for any more than 2 hours. So I could understand why I was 323 pounds now, understanding what glycemic index means, because before it was just a word that I thought was only used for diabetics. So it's been an education process for me as well. So all day Wednesdays, I go after my overweight friends or people that always complain about wanting to lose a few pounds, the last 10 pounds, maybe some new baby weight. Thursdays, I'll approach my athletes, my active friends, my basic audience that understands what nutrition is all about, understands what going to GNC and buying supplements that are packed with fillers are all about. So it's an experience of trying to convert them from what they believe about whey protein and supplements to our Juice Plus products. And then Friday is a day that I really focus on new and existing reps, new and existing opportunities throughout the communities, whether it's getting into corporate offices and trying to pitch the product. One of the things that we're working with right now is called the Green Apple program with Durham Region. And they have a program that I didn't know about until recently, that if you go to their wellness fair, they will promote $200 towards any product that any of their employees decide to do. So there's lots of little niches, so to speak, within different businesses, different associations, different sporting groups that you can all, I'm sure, tap into with a little bit of research. So that's my Fab Five, and that's my week. And what it allows me to do is every day focus on one group of people. And it allows us to really concentrate without having to be on a phone call trying to pitch sports and wellness, to trying to pitch an organic product, or trying to pitch to a medically challenged people. So we're in a great mindset, 9 to 5, and it's working very, very well. The other thing that we're doing with this is when we're pitching to our potential customers, is we're pitching what we call the T120. And we're coupling up the shakes with the trio capsules. So we're basically telling our customers that we want them to succeed with shakes, with the complete shakes, as long as the capsules will last them. We're not wanting them to run out of shakes after 1 month and then be paying for them for 3 more months. So we're selling the complete package as a T120. What it's allowing for us is we're not having to do follow-up in 20 days for more sales pitches. We're allowing ourselves to spend more energy on checking up with them and making sure that they're following their program, making sure that they have the support that they need and are aware of the products that will benefit their experience with T120. So not having to pitch a repetitive sale every 20 or 40 or 60 days to increase your volume and increase those orders is definitely helping us spend more time on recruiting more new people, spending more time on the support for the representatives that we already have. And of course, going back, we're sharing absolutely every aspect of this with everybody that crosses our paths. We're in a very fortunate business that we're not selling pots and pans or knives or oils, and there's not that there's anything wrong with them. It's just everybody needs nutrition, and it's working out very, very well with our T120 program. Once we have our customer support, I think, is what really is driving us to maintaining the orders that we have. I think we have about an 80% reorder right now. It's kind of early to tell because we're really only getting our second reorders right now, but we're about 80% with the T120. And we're able to do that because of our support, I believe. So every morning for our first couple weeks, we'll send out a text. And it's not necessarily generic because each person has a different reason why they're on the product. So we want to know if it's, their headaches that are subsiding, whether their skin is clearing up, how their diabetes is, how their weight loss is going. So every customer gets a personal message that I have, and we duplicate that throughout of our reps. After a couple weeks, we slow it down a little bit. We definitely want to touch base with everybody on a Monday morning because everybody's weekends are pretty crazy. So Monday mornings are key for us to start the week off right. A lot of people we find will have some beverages on the weekend that aren't really part of their T120 program. We also tell them to call us 24/7. Whether they're at a grocery store or at a restaurant, at work, with whatever foods they think might be detrimental to their success. So we get lots of calls about seeds, nuts. I can't tell you how many calls we get about yogurt. Like, I just don't understand what no dairy is, what no dairy means, but it's Greek yogurt. So I guess Greek yogurt is so much better for you. But it is Greek to them. So it's something that we bang our heads against the walls a lot, going, oh my goodness, that's the third question from her about the same thing. But we're still there to support them. They don't know we're banging our heads off the wall, so it all works out well. We really, really focus on the product and the success stories. One of the things that we're doing for all of our reps that are in this for different reasons is we're developing banners. And our banners go to our shows with each rep. And they display it. And Michael, for example, has lost 60 pounds on the product. So when Michael puts his banner up in front of a group, they can see right away. And it's very encouraging for them to look at not only the banner, but they're going back and forth. And so we really focus on the product and the success stories. When we do our events, this is a little bit different than what we heard yesterday, is we do our events on a pretty solid product base. And we don't get into the business too much. It's maybe a little bit different, but it's working for us. What we're doing is keeping it a little bit mysterious, and we're keeping everybody intrigued enough. So we keep business to business, product to product. And what it does is makes people want the business a bit more. We're finding at the end of our events, they come up and say, I want to know more about the business. But we run a fine line with some people that have the MLM phobia, the pyramid belief. So we kind of keep it away because we don't want anybody to believe that they're here because we want them to do the business, and they have to do the business and the product together. So it's an approach that we're taking that's working. We may have to change it up. Stay tuned. And the other thing that we're doing is always putting out healthy competition. And that healthy competition is allowing us to create our own games, whether they're within our own team, sidelines, or uplines. It's all working out very, very well. So what we're doing with our new reps is we're duplicating what I have done. And we get lots of questions if it's duplicatable. my answer is yes, 100%. Maybe not as fast, but like I said, it's not for everybody to go this fast for many different reasons. So one of the things that I've done since I got to Q last in June is that I wanted to put together something for myself and my reps that could guarantee their income. And it's pretty hard to guarantee your income because not everybody's credit card goes through every month. There may be some issues. Some drop off, some return. So what we did is we said, if we can create 30 new customers, our retail sales profit for T120s is plus or minus $34.50. Goes up sometimes because we have a lot of bars ordered with it. Sometimes it'll go down because we're missing a box of shakes. And with the 30 new customers and $34.50, we also want to create 7 new VFs per month within our team. In Canada, it's a little different, or a lot different. We need 2,500 points to fast track, and we don't have the 7 household rule. So essentially, 4 T120 orders creates a VF. So that's why these numbers are maybe a little bit more achievable for us. With that, month to month, we're expecting with that kind of duplication that we should be able to get at least 2 sales coordinators out of that. And again, it's working. So until it stops working, we're not going to fix it. We're not going to fix it. So when you add those numbers together, right away, our reps can make $65.50 just on their bonus and retail sales profit structure. And then on top of that, we get our commissions. So at least we know what we can make, and that commission is a bonus. So this is our check, and our commissions are a bonus. Is how we're working it in our team. Lots of exposure. We're doing some pretty crazy things. One of the things is our banners. We have them at our events, and we will just put them in random places. We will go into a grocery store, we have permission, and we'll put up our T30 banners. We'll put our Kids Eat Free banners up. We have 11 different banners now. So they're always circulating throughout the reps, and we just treat them like a buddy system. Every day somebody has a different rep and using it in their community. The other thing that I've done is I created my little buddy here that travels with me everywhere, and it's Blendy the Blender. So Blendy the Blender has his own Twitter site, his own Facebook page, and he travels, whether he's dirty or clean, to the school, my daughter's Montessori school, to the high school, to the elementary school, to the arena, to the dance class, to work, wherever she may go. And it's generating conversation. What is that? And out comes the shakes. Oh my goodness, they're delicious. How do I get one? Where do I sign up? These are better than what I'm taking. Lots of conversation gets started with Blendy the Blender. And he gets around a lot. Yes, you can friend him on Facebook. Product of the product. You know what? I don't know anybody that has more Juice Plus shirts than Doug Barlow. And every time I see him, he has one on. So advertising the product 100%, but being on the product and losing some pounds, being healthier, being happier definitely helps. And when you express that excitement to everybody, they want to be part of our team. And then going back to Blendy's social media and our exposure has been pretty good. We started up with a new Twitter page, which I had never done before, and we already have 3,200 followers with our Juice Plus and Blendy campaigns combined. For me, I treated my business like a business. I built custom homes before this, and I trained hockey players. And when I got into this on the Tuesday morning, I said, I want to do this 100%. I drove Meet for crazy by asking her, how fast can I do it? What do I need? How much money can I make? How fast can I do it? And I committed to myself to treat this like a business. So I'm giving it full-time hours, and I'm getting full-time pay. If I want to give it part-time hours, I'm going to get part-time pay. And if you treat it like a hobby, you're going to do it when you have time to do a hobby. You're not going to do it at a full-time rate. So many decisions that I've made that's made this a success for me. And the other thing that I do is I treat every customer and every opportunity I have like a dance. Sometimes I lead with lots of questions, and sometimes I follow, and I just sit and I'm very receptive to the body language, to their needs, to their concerns, and to their stories. So I will set them up to tell me everything, and I will listen. Or sometimes I will just tell them everything I need to, because I already know that they need it, and I don't need to worry about being receptive to what they're trying to tell me. Again, that's my success story. I think my happiest accomplishment is my BMI. I was at 46% 5 months ago, and I've cut it in half. And when we get into the soy question all the time, when we get into the man boobs and man boobs, it gets rid of man boobs, because I had man boobs at 46%, and it was pretty hot. I was proud of them, and they were paid for, so what more could you ask for? But dropping the weight, dropping the BMI is all something that allows me to stand up here today and be proud of the product, proud of the people that I work with, and can't wait to do this again with everybody next time. So thank you for having me today.